Kelley, you're going to take us a step in the right direction, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was waiting for Cynthia to sing.
She's singing somewhere.
Yeah, she's singing for us somewhere. This is from NBC News. It was written by Joe Yerkaba. And Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf just signed an executive order on last week to ban conversion therapy. Yay! A discredited form of therapy that seeks to change someone's sexual orientation or gender identity. The executive order directs state agencies to discourage conversion therapy for people of all ages and to instead promote evidence-based practices for supporting the LGBTQ community. This is definitely a step in the right direction. I think we here on this panel, I think we're all familiar with gay conversion therapy, and it's not good. I'm fully on board with this. Honestly, it has nothing to do with me, just like last week's step in the right direction, but I think I'm fully, completely on board with this, and I honestly can't believe that this is still a thing anywhere in this country, right? I've been talking too much. Go ahead, Secular Rarity. What do you take it away?
Well, the first thing that I wanted to point out on this, because as I was looking into this, this is one of those things that, I mean, like you said, it's not just discredited, right? But this is torture. This is just flat out torture that we're putting people through, all because of a disgusting ideology once again. And it was one of those things where it was like, oh, hey, yeah, heck yeah, Pennsylvania. And then I went, wait, why the fuck wasn't this already on the books? The thing is, though, 21 states in the country, 21 fucking states in the United States don't have anything. They don't have a law. They don't have a policy. There's no executive order. There's nothing. 21 of our states right now, again, including mine in Tennessee, they allow for you to torture people. That's the world that we're living in, folks. So yes, I understand it would be better if this was codified in law through the state Congress, right? Because then it's much harder to change. But even still, I will take this step in the right direction. I agree with you again, Kelley. I am on board with this 100%. And seriously, good on you, Governor Wolf, and shame on every other governor in those 21 states that hasn't done this. I mean, come fucking on already. Scott, what do you think?
I can't wait till next week when we see the governor of Pennsylvania signs an executive order forbidding the application of leeches in the treatment of the plague. I mean, this is settled science. This is not, this is not something that's questionable here. We know it's ineffective, and more than that, we know that it's harmful to the individuals that are involved. Why are we even having a discussion about this? And it's kind of similar to, I'm sure we've, at least many of us have had discussions with a theist or a religious person, or even somebody not religious, where they present an argument in favor of their conclusion, but it's like they haven't even thought about the argument. They were like, blah, 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 my conclusion. And so they're like, oh, yay, we like that one. That's a good one. That one supports my argument. It must be good. Right. And so, here they're looking at this, they have a person here who is not like they think they're supposed to be. And they say, I want you to be this way. Here's something that we can do to fix that. It's not a matter of looking at whether or not it works, first of all, or whether or not there are harmful side effects. Just like, there's no consideration to whether or not an argument that supports their conclusion is a good argument. What the focus is on the conclusion, that it matches what I said. And so, we know that a good argument is not just a bunch of words followed by a conclusion. There's a system to it, I think a more cynical me would wonder if harm is the real objective. I mean, we got to consider that possibility that, a little taste of hell on earth for these abominations, kind of a thing. And I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I like to give them, to see them in the best light possible. But I can't help but think if the harm is the goal, and I don't want to believe that, but we got to be watch out for that.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I needed this article this week because it just really feels like there has been so much progress that has been taken away and has just brought us back so many damn years, and it is really nice to see some progress. It is really nice to see finally some news that is coming out that is a little bit better and a little bit more hopeful. And I do hope that what we see in the next coming legislative sessions around the country, I hope that we see more things like this. And I just want to say, I want to call out every single state out there that has not done even this, has not done this bare minimum. Let's get on it already. It's way past fucking time. So yeah, I needed this one. This made me feel great. I am just super thrilled about this. And again, I hope it comes to my state next. So, Kelley?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott, about the harm thing, and I think there is some at least a degree of intentional harm there, because if they can make these people feel bad about themselves or feel broken or not a full person, they can cause these people to come back to the church. And that the goal is going back to filling up the pews. And this is a good way to do it, is to make people feel inadequate. You are broken, you need help, and we, the church, can help you. So I think there is a degree of trying to cause some harm to bring them back in. I was looking at some of the studies that have been done on gay conversion therapy. People who have gone through it have a higher percentage of depression, anxiety, drug use, alcoholism, homelessness, and suicide. And it's already illegal in half the United States. I don't understand. SCOTUS has ruled against it or refused to take up a case involving it 3 times, as well they should have. The science is out there. This is really a case of the religious community imposing its ideas on a vulnerable subset of people, and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
It just needs to stop.
We just saw Canada as a nation come out and say that they're against this, and that's awesome. I'm just, what is it? I mean, is it just the fact that we do have that many hardcore religious people still, or is it an oversight? I mean, again, I didn't even know that there were 21 states that had no policy whatsoever on this. What do you think, Scott? Is this just some old laws that we haven't looked at in a while, or is this the amount of hardcore toxic ideology that still exists in this country?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, there is that ray of hope. I mean, like we said, this is a step in the right direction. Should we applaud it when somebody rejects snake oil? Yeah, of course. The alternative is to not reject the snake oil, but and instead they embrace science and evidence. Yes, of course, that's a good thing that the governor was able to do this, but it's shameful that it had to come about this way. I mean, we're talking about one person in Pennsylvania. I mean, well, obviously there's going to be more people that support this, but it's the decision. Why is the legislature not behind this? I want to see more people stepping up, but I'm happy that somebody is.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. We should absolutely try to roll this into some more legislative action too. I don't see why in the freaking world we wouldn't just codify this already in federal law. But then again, I'm not a Christian nationalist, so maybe that's what I'm missing. Kelley, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts were summed up by Jerry Brown, the ex-governor of California, and one of my favorite politicians of all time, even though he was a wackadoodle. When he was outlawing it in California, he was quoted as saying, "These practices have no basis in science or medicine and will now be relegated to the dustbin of quackery." And I just love that quote. I just love that quote.
Yeah.
Because that's where it belongs, in the dustbin of quackery.
Yeah, I agree. That absolutely is a pretty good quote. 21 states. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't get over that. How in the freaking... Oh, it's okay. It's a step in the right direction, folks, not a leap forward in the right direction. So at least we have something.